Basic question. So, you're a little new to the whole convention scene and everything, so a lot of people don't know this. How did you get into the whole industry, starting all that?
I started acting when I was 6, doing commercials and films and stuff like that, and I did my first cartoon when I was 9. I played a hummingbird. But anime I started when I was 18, right after I graduated from high school, and I auditioned for Funimation for a show called Peach Girl and was cast as Sai.
Cool. And on top of doing voice acting and that, like you said, you're a real actor, and you've worked with NBC and ABC. What challenges have you faced working with those companies? They're bigger companies, so a lot different structures on how you get casted and where you are. So, how is that like?
Well, the audition process is a little different. I work primarily out of Dallas, and those companies are based out of LA generally. So the tapes have to be put on tape in Dallas, and they're sent to LA, and then they go through a million other companies. And when I auditioned for Chase, I had to get approval from the NBC office. I had to get approval from Jerry Bruckheimer's office. I had to get approval from the producer, who was not Jerry Bruckheimer. So there were like 3 different sets of approval, plus the director, who was never the same for every episode. So there's like tons of approval. And with anime, there's typically like 1 audition. That's it. If you get it, cool. If you don't, sorry. So that's different, but it's cool.
All right, and going back to more live action, you've also done a cool web series called Throwing Stones, and you did it also with fellow actress and voice actress Brina Palencia. So how is it like working on that project, and can you give a little description of it for fans out there?
Yes, it's a horror web series. We may be working on a season 2, hopefully. But Brina came on board. She was awesome. And I was so glad to work with her, like, on camera, because only our voices work together. And either she plays a boy and my character's in love with her character, or I play a boy who is in love with her character as a girl. So it was kind of nice to, be friends and not, like, be engaged, which is weird, even though Brina's awesome. I'm not saying it wouldn't be awesome to be married to Brina, but she's already married. It's a horror web series. My character is a basketball jock, and I'm 5 feet tall, so that won't happen ever in real life, so it's cool to be an actor and get to do that. If we get to work on a season 2, hopefully there'll be a little more death and slasher and gore and things like that. First season's more acting and character development.
That's cool. And going back to more your live action, you've also worked with a lot of noted celebrities, like it fails me now, but Liza Minnelli and those types of people. How is it like working? Like seeing the potential. You're like, oh, I could be that person one day.
I think the one that really got to me was Claire Danes, because I love her. So when I worked on set with her, walked on set, saw her, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Claire. It's nice to meet you." Everybody knows exactly who you are. I know exactly who you are. I could recite your entire filmography. I know exactly who you are. But everybody's been super cool. So it's kind of nice to see them and see how everybody works differently. But I haven't run into anybody who's vicious and evil. So I guess I've been lucky as far as that goes.
All right, going back to your anime, you've done a lot of roles. Which one would be one of your favorites that you've done?
Well, that's way hard. First one that comes to mind, I loved Mai in Ghost Hunt, because I think that was like my first role that I did where the character was so similar to me. But I've played a lot of villains, which is kind of cool, and I kind of like being a villain. Because I don't get to do that in real life. I'd probably get put in jail.
And you've also done video games and anime. Which do you prefer? Because I know it's a different style of being in the booth. In video games, you just hit the script and you just read it and you go. But with anime, you really gotta lip it and do it well. So, which one do you prefer more?
Well, haven't done that much work on video games, so I guess I would say I really like working on anime because you get to see the whole story, whereas with video games of what I've done, they'll tell you what's going on, but you just really have to go as fast as you can and try to read your stuff, and then they'll put it in context. So
cool. And when working on the acclaimed series Peach Girl, how was that? You said you just gotten out of high school. You know, you're 18. It's this big, wow. You know, so what was it like working on Peach Girl?
I had no idea. I had no idea that it was this crazy world of anime where there's millions of different genres. All I knew of anime was Sailor Moon and Pokemon. That was it. That was all I knew. So then when I went to Anime Boston to promote Peach Girl, I was like, there's a zillion people cosplaying, and what is this? So it was really, really cool. And then from then on, they kept letting me work, so it was really cool.
And now, are there any upcoming projects or anything you want to talk about that, you know, you're allowed to, you know, because we all know it's a little hush-hush about some things, so what you got in the works?
All of the anime shows that I'm working on, I'm not allowed to talk about, but I shot a film called Beyond the Farthest Star where I play a goth chick with, like, black extensions, and I smoke and am suicidal and burn myself and things of that nature. So that'll probably be out around Christmas. Merry Christmas! But yeah, it's a really fun movie. And then I'm shooting a film with Michelle Rodriguez and Ed Asner in Austin called The Home at some point, and I'm working on another zombie werewolf film called Archaic Redemption. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking so much time out of your time here at Colossal Con 2011 and having with us at AnimeOnLocation.tv. Thank you.